All right, guys, Caparata here, and we're back. I haven't given an update to anybody in a couple of weeks, so I wanted to get on here and just talk about my process, talk about my journey. Last updates I've been giving to everybody here on LinkedIn, on X, YouTube, is about my running journey. And when the running journey started, I did my first mile in, don't laugh at me now when I say this, but I did my first mile in about 16 minutes. 16 minutes, this was January 6th. I have it tracked. I have the data in my Apple Watch. So I know the exact date, guys. The update here this weekend, I ran a mile in 7:33. I ran a mile in 7:33. I ran 2 miles in 16 minutes, and I ran 3.5 miles in a little less than 28 minutes. So these are the updates. These are the stats. And am I where I want to be yet? No, I'm not where I want to be yet. You know, when I first started this journey, I told myself I wanted to get under 7-minute miles. So sub 7-minute miles. So we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. The reason for this update is to talk about mentality, talk about progress. And what does that mean? When I first started on this journey, like I said, it was 16 minutes to do a mile. You know, I was very disappointed in myself. You know, how did I let myself get to a point in my life where it takes me 16 minutes to run 1 mile? You know, if I'm being honest, very brutally honest, it's a little pathetic. You know, at least for myself, that's how I thought about it. If for somebody else, they can have different opinions for the way that they want to live their life, for their athletic ability. But for me, I want to be, in a lot better shape than that. So when I ran the 7:33 mile this weekend, I was pretty pleased with the progress. I've been doing this for 2 months. And, you know, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on X, I'm on YouTube. The question I'm going to be asked is, how does this relate to business? Why do we care about this? And first of all, I don't assume that anybody cares about this. You know, I'm putting this content out there to share my story. If it resonates with somebody, then it resonates with somebody. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy about that. But for me, no, nobody has any obligation to care about this. But I will speak to the mentality behind this. And for me, I think that it's a challenge. It's a challenge to myself. You know, it's a challenge to stay disciplined with doing something. If you say you're going to do something in life, whether that's life or business, personal, you have to do it. You know, have to do it, because if not, you're lying to yourself. So when I started off this journey, January 6th, I went out there. I went on a run. I said, I'm just going to do a couple runs, try to get back into the running thing. I didn't have the idea that I'm going to continue on this journey. I just went out for one run. You know, that run was 16 minutes. And, like I said, I was disappointed with myself. So when I got home, I said to myself, I need to improve this. So I need to do this every day, or I need to do a little bit more often. So I started posting about this online, and one of my buddies told me about the Cap 10K, which is a 10K run in Austin, Texas. I had no idea about this. I wasn't really training for a marathon. I wasn't training for anything else other than just to get in a little bit better shape for myself. But when he told me about this Cap 10K marathon, you know, it gave me a purpose. It gave me something to train towards. And I'm glad he told me about this. Shout out to Mike Lombard if you're watching this. Thank you very much for that. Because now, you know, what that did is give me a goal. It gave me something to train towards. And I started off at 16 minutes. This weekend I did 7:33 on a mile. So I'm getting much better. I'm getting closer to where I want my goals to be. But guys, I want to talk to you about this, and I want to mention and just remind you that not everybody starts off at the very top. You know, actually, where I'm starting off was at the very bottom. But through continuous work, through dedication, through work ethic, through deciding that you're going to do something and then doing it every single day, you will improve. And this is something that I've seen throughout my life multiple times in various different aspects, various different forms, rather that's sports, business, personal relationships, or other aspects of your life. If you continue to show up and you continue to work on something, you continue to put the effort into something, progression will happen, improvement will happen. For me, something that I struggle with is I usually want this progression to be bam, bam, bam. I start something today, I'm better at it tomorrow, better at it next week. A lot of times I think that, I'm going to be the best at something right away. And the reality of it is that it doesn't work like that. When I started this journey, when I signed up for the 10K, funny enough, I had the idea that I wanted to try to win this 10K. I think about this now, and I'm not saying that it's funny. It's always good to be ambitious, but also you have to be realistic, and yeah, for me, I'm a new runner. There's people racing in these races that have been doing this since they were, in high school, in college, through their adult life. I can't expect to compare myself to somebody that's been doing this for many, many years. Just naturally they're going to be better at me. They're more experienced, they're more knowledgeable than me in this particular segment, this particular aspect, which is running. But that's not to say that you can't be ambitious. That's not to say that you can't have big goals. And for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep training. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm training for a sub-hour 10K. So that's not that great. I think some of these elite runners run this in like 30 minutes, maybe. I'll look up some definite data, definite times. But I know that I'm nowhere near an elite runner. But I'm on my start. I'm starting my journey, and I'm getting better and better right now. So I'm going to continue to do this, and hopefully if I train hard enough, I have the dedication, and I put in the work, then I can get closer to an elite runner, or a very, very good runner. And for me, that's all I care about. I'm competing against myself, not against anybody else. In this life, I think it's important to, not compare yourself to other people. Don't compete against other people. Compete against yourself. Compete against what you can do. Compete against the capabilities that you have within yourself. At least that's kind of how I think. That's how my brain thinks. If anybody else can resonate with that, then we're one and the same. But guys, this is the update for now. We're improving our fitness journey. We're improving our running journey. We're down to 7:33 per mile. Now we're going to continue to increase that so we can keep that pace through the entire race. For me, if I can finish this 10K under 60 minutes, that'll be the initial goal that I hit. But, for me, these are lifelong, long-term goals. It's not just for one marathon, must keep this fitness level up for the rest of my life. Guys, that's me. I'm checking in now. That's the update that I have for you. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think, or just keep up with my journey. Drop a DM, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Kevin Parada here. We're checking out, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.